Welcome back to Mythic Ocean. We're at the final portion of the Indulgement run. All 4 of the gods are aligned in the polarity that I want, and they all like me, I think. I guess we haven't checked that, actually. Let's talk to Elil quick. If I just ask about the gods, who's gonna create the world? Oh, it's... Oh, Ketri and Esti or Lutra. Those were, like, the likeliest ones. So does that mean I won't have enough to make Amar or Alethea create the world? I really hope that doesn't mean... That's not what it means. But then, likes me, Amar... Damn, Amar never ended up being, like, my best friend. But twins, practically best friends. Lutra, practically best friends. Alethea, practically best friends. Gnosis, no idea. And thinking is, like, the same thing anyway. How to have fun. Twins are prickly, still. Lutra thinks about food. Wait, what was that? Nothing. I thought it said, like, brothers or something. Oh, and I didn't check Alethea, but whatever, that's the same. So, now, whoops. No. God damn it. Now, let's create the gold crown. Let's use 18. Gold tier, pulling out all the stops. Let's do it. Does it save now? No, it doesn't seem like it does, because yeah, I want to be able to do all these endings, but then also go and give the pages to Gnosis, so we'll see. Alright, let's just go down the list, I guess. Let's do Amar. Good choice, buddy. Please be enough. I really don't want Lutra to be the god every single time. Yeah, I have to skip past this, but not actually skip it, because then you miss some lines. Okay, it doesn't start with Amar, at least, but maybe that doesn't mean anything. You can open portals, yeah. And then she gets upset. Ketri and Esti. Come on, Lutra. Come on, Lutra. Please. Oh, yes! Okay, it worked! We got Amar! Finally! Finally, Amar is in the spotlight. This one has much to do. But, of course, there's still gonna be a fucking war here. There didn't seem to be any sign of Gnosis. Amar. Whoa, what's going on, friend? It's good to see you. Amar looked almost stunned by this news. Me? Are you sure? I mean, that sounds like a ton of work. You know how I feel about that. I told them not to worry, and that I do my best to prepare them for the journey ahead. Then I asked if Amar had any thoughts on what kind of world they'd be making. Well, I'm really not sure yet. Maybe a place where everyone can just kick back and relax, or party as hard as they want, you know? We'll see how it goes. One more thing though. What about you, friend? Are you gonna be there too? I explained I'd be there to write the events of history, and they could always talk to me about how things were going if they wished. Gotcha. I'm glad this isn't goodbye then. See you soon, friend. Even this world seems kinda good. Honestly, compared to many of the other ones, at least, like, yeah, a world where everything is fun and games doesn't sound that bad, but then again, maybe something will go wrong, like Ketri and Esti's X-Men fiasco. Even good intentions might have poor consequences. We'll see. The decisions were all up to Amar now. Alright, let's see. Party time! This world took on the form of a vast, seemingly endless ocean. Jungles of kelp, coral kingdoms, and fascinating sea creatures were all found in abundance. The mortals loved nothing more than to gather for huge parties, feasts, and other celebratory activities. In fact, it was almost all they ever did. Amar, of course, was the most gleeful reveler of them all. Many mortals dreamed of Amar attending one of their gatherings. Such appearances were rare and thrilling. But there were consequences for the mortals' constant festivities. Most mortals didn't seem excited to explore the world, create anything new, or understand the universe better, so there was little scientific progress. The complete absence of any rules or regulations meant that people could do as they pleased, even if their aims were destructive or exploitative. Often it was the flora and fauna that suffered the ill effects of such actions. When one ecosystem began to wither, the mortals would simply move their revelries to another. Amar knew all this, but they tried not to think about it much. This is just nature taking its course. Good things happen and bad things happen too. It's not up to me to make people's decisions for them. This place is perfect! Really? It's so much fun messing with the mortals when there's no rules. Ketri and Esti committed themselves to tormenting the mortals and attempting to prove their weakness and gullibility. They made deals and promised power to anyone willing to trust them. So maybe it's not about, like... Let's call the harmony ending, the, like, everyone is nice and thinking about others. I'm gonna call that the left side. I don't know why, that's just how I feel. And then the, like, selfish, indulgent, you know, business side is the right side. Maybe it's not so much about keeping everyone on the left side that just makes harmony happen. Maybe it's just, like, getting one ending and then aligning each one in such a way that they don't have anything to complain about with that ending. So, like, now, in Amar's right side ending, Ketri and Esti agree with it if they're on the right side, but I'm betting Alethea is gonna be upset because she can't do research, nothing is, like, advancing. But maybe if she was in the left side, she would agree with Amar, possibly. And then obviously Lutra is gonna be... I mean, they are doing essentially what the moths are doing, just on a smaller scale, so I guess we'll see. But yeah, maybe it's not just so blanket as to just, like, have everyone on the same page, or, like, the same left side, right side polarity. You might have to think ahead which ending you actually want, and then, like, adjust them accordingly in one playthrough, which would make it... I don't know, that would mean that there's theoretically 8 different harmony outcomes, but they would have to be perfect. And that doesn't sound very likely, but I don't know. And then I guess 8 different war endings or something. I still have no idea how you get the compromise. But yeah, let's keep reading and we'll find out, I suppose. They made deals and promised power to anyone willing to trust them, then subverted all their wishes and watched their lives fall apart. Jesus Christ, Ketri and Esti. And yeah, here we go. Limitless hunger. Oh, they understood they would not be opposed by Amar, so they were pleased. These ones hunger always. Freedom to devour is appreciated. But Alethea will not be happy. Oh man, so this is actually kind of close to harmony then. I just need Alethea on the other side, maybe. We don't know for sure, but huh. Alethea was dissatisfied by the mortals' lack of desire for progress. Amar's lackadaisical? What? Lackadaisical approach, I've never heard that, is ineffective. The people of this world don't understand the rewards of hard work. She decided it was necessary to introduce a new system of values that would jumpstart the advancement of science and technology. So she organized a rebellion. A war ensued, with the goal of overthrowing Amar. Alethea and her followers built mighty war machines that used nuclear energy to fire deadly beams. Well, that's different. I guess that's Alethea's other polarity, uses, like, the energy of the sun to make deadly beams, but now it's like fucking nukes. Okay. Amar had no desire to fight, and instead planned to flee somewhere with the gift of creation, avoiding the war entirely. But Amar's most trusted mortal friends eager to protect their leader, organized an army and met the rebellion's challenge anyway. So Amar felt driven to help end the fighting as soon as possible. They assisted their followers by ensuring everyone was well fed and in good health. Ketri and Esti came to the mortals' aid, channeling lancing bolts of electricity on the battlefield. Lutra and the Moths also fought alongside the mortals, using their sheer numbers to form a vast and intimidating army. Maybe this will be the compromise, because there's no way Amar is gonna fucking kill Alethea, right? Amar doesn't have that in them, right? Maybe. Devastation was wrought upon the mortal world. The earth was burned and scorched, rendering large areas of the planet inhospitable. Many people and animals perished, and it pained Amar greatly to see their world suffer. In the end, the rebellion's resistance was not enough, and Amar's forces triumphed, putting an end to the hostilities. Look at he go. Alethea, I wish we'd never fought like this. But you put my world in danger, and I have to make sure nothing like this happens again. Oh, never mind. Amar banished Alethea, nullifying her godhood and cutting off all contact with her. Well, she's not dead, but she's no longer a god. As for Gnosis, although they wished to seize the gift of creation and shape reality to their liking, all their data indicated such an uprising would not succeed. So I guess, yeah, man, I don't even know how you get Gnosis to, like, jump in and steal the gift of creation, if that's even possible, when they're not the one that creates it. So Gnosis remained hidden in the depths, biding their time and waiting for the perfect opportunity. With Amar calling the shots, the world remained unregulated and lawless. It had always seemed like the ocean was limitless, but eventually there were so many mortals that the environment struggled to support them. Still, things stayed the same, the parties and excess persisted, and the activities of those who wanted to wreak havoc and destruction continued. It was what the people wanted most, and neither they nor Amar could look forward far enough to chart a new course. And so the mortals will live, reveling in a world unlikely to sustain them much longer, until the cycle begins anew. Well, there's that. Endless Party, got that achievement at least. Witness the Endless Party ending, yep. Simple enough. And now, we should have 2 of them. Yep, exactly. So now I can get, hopefully, 4 endings. I mean, maybe I can even get Panopticon as well, like, repeats in this one. Yeah, we can check that. Also, I'm just gonna check. If I go in here, and I skip this part, is it gonna be the same as I had it in the original, with the same outcome? Yeah, exactly. It's not fair. Nobody has the freedom. Okay, interesting. So, you can get a Panopticon, and then you can get a Panopticon that just has everyone in different polarities, and that's like a different ending, even though it's called the same. So you get to like watch what you got in cycle 1, but then you can watch a different one in a different cycle, even though it's the same ending. Huh. Okay, that's good. Well, I think I should have time to do one more ending, though they are taking a long time, these endings. They're quite time-consuming, because there's still quite a bit of different new stuff in them. Ah, damn! It did save after I did the, made the thing. That kinda sucks. Oh well, I guess I have the backup. We can test Gnosis, giving Gnosis the pages, but I won't be able to, like... I won't be able to do all of it. I won't be able to get all these 4 endings and Gnosis Panopticon, because I can't save the pages, and if I don't save the pages, if I give Gnosis the pages, and then I can't make the crown, and then no one except Lutra can be the god. Well, that's a shame. Oh well, I was hoping it wouldn't save that, because it didn't actually save as far as I could tell, after you created the thing. Maybe I just missed it. And yeah, let's do Ketri and Esti next. So then Alethea, and then Lutra, hopefully, if that's enough. I mean, if Amar managed to do it, surely Ketri and Esti can overtake Lutra. Because I guess everyone is relatively close, I hope. Yep. There's Lutra. No sign of Gnosis. Again. Ketri and Esti. We're okay. We've been thinking about the past. And told them about the new world. And that they were the ones who'd be creating it. The twins looked worried by this news. Us? Really? But we've never done anything like this before. How does it even work? I told them not to worry, and that I'd do my best to prepare them for the journey ahead. Then I asked if Ketri and Esti had any thoughts on what kind of world they'd be making. Well, we don't know yet. We're gonna have to think about it for a while. Then they fell silent. This concerned me, but I wasn't sure what to say or do. I explained I'd be there to write the events of history, and they could always talk to me about how things were going if they wished. They nodded solemnly in response, and I wished them well. Wow, this seems bad. Alright, well, thanks, new friend. We'll see you around. It's like they really don't want to create a world here. And immediately they knew something had gone wrong. The rage and grief that had clung to them since they left their parents. Wait, since they left their parents? Were building. Well, they didn't leave their parents, they got, like, kicked out. Their parents left them. Hammering against their minds as if seeking to escape. Suddenly the new world sprang forth from nothingness. Oh boy. Yeah, here's the, like, endless storm, or whatever it was called. Storm of despair ending. And it was a great and terrible storm, seeming to stretch infinitely in every direction. Though the storm was the very manifestation of all their anger and hurt, it hadn't left them. Ketri and Esti still felt the same amount of pain as before. Perhaps it was even greater. What happened, Ketri? What did we do? Ketri shivered as she swept her gaze across the dark sky, billowing with clouds the size of mountain ranges. Lightning arced back and forth repeatedly. Thunder rumbled all around them. I don't know. I don't think this was supposed to happen. Soon Ketri and Esti found there were mortals living in this world as well. They kept meager settlements on floating islands, but it was difficult to maintain a society when the storm so frequently destroyed what they had built. At first the twins tried to help the mortals survive, but over time they lost their will. The storm always took everything away in the end. In theory, the gift of creation should have allowed Ketri and Esti to shape the world however they wished, but they were not emotionally ready to wield its power, so it didn't respond to them. This place is a real downer. Can't there just be a spot to get away from it all? Amar sought out a small island and turned it into a shelter from the storm. This lush refuge was dedicated to non-stop parties and revelry, open to anyone who wished to partake. But visitors were rare. Most mortals had no way of knowing about Amar's island, much less reaching it safely. In the far reaches of space, Lutra had given birth to thousands of offspring. Driven by their limitless hunger, the moth-like creatures stripped many planets bare of vegetation. They understood they would not be opposed. Okay. These ones hunger always. Freedom to devour is appreciated. That's weird. I guess that's fine. Alethea was frustrated by the difficulty of conducting research in this destructive world. It's impossible to make any progress here. That goes for myself and the mortals. Something needs to be done or it will remain this way forever. So it's the same thing. They told Ketri and Esti to hand over the gift of creation, but now Amar won't fight, so it's just gonna be Ketri and Esti and Lutra versus Alethea, which, I mean, I guess... Well, I guess Amar didn't fight in the Amar ending either, really, so maybe it won't make much of a difference. They told Ketri and Esti to hand over the gift of creation so they could try and repair the world. but the twins refused. A conflict ensued, with the goal of taking the gift of creation from Ketra and Esti. Alethea armed herself, nuclear. Ketra and Esti fought back vigorously. Their powers were greatly magnified because of the possession of the gift. At their command, the heavens opened up and torrential rains poured out. Lightning flickered from cloud to cloud constantly, and the twins brought crackling bolts of electricity down from above. The winds were also at their beck and call. They conjured shrieking gales and whirling cyclones. The climate of their world and their fierce emotions had become one and the same. In the end, the rebellion's resistance was not enough. Oh yeah, Lutra doesn't even fight. It's like, yeah, whatever, they won't, stand against us, but we don't need to help them either. Huh, interesting. And the twins triumphed, putting an end to the hostilities, and they're definitely just fucking murdering Alethea. There's no way they won't. You shouldn't have tried to take our world away, Alethea. We won't give it up, not for anyone. And we have to make sure you don't try to do it again. Oh no, okay, they just banish her. Well, could have been worse, I guess. Oh, but now, no one... Oh, here we go, maybe. No one actually stood up for Ketra and Esti. Maybe this is Gnosis' time to shine. Ah, come on, Gnosis. This is the perfect opportunity, dude. You gotta go for it. Nope. I feel like that could have been a thing. Because when else would it possibly work? Despite their inability to make use of it, Ketra and Esti never relinquished the gift of creation. In part, this was because the twins felt the gift was the only thing they'd ever truly earned. They couldn't bear to sacrifice it, just as they'd be forced to sacrifice everything else in their lives. But they also felt that if the world they created with the gift had to be this way, it made sense that they should have to live in it, suffering alongside all the mortals who shared it with them. And so the mortals will live, always fearing when the next lightning bolt will strike, until the cycle begins anew. We're getting all the shit endings out of the way. They're all terrible. Storm of Despair. Yeah, don't really need to check that. And there we go. But now, I have that too. I guess we'll be able to scroll down here eventually. So, now we only have one ending left, just Alethea's ending in this one, because I've already done Lutra. And, well, I'm gonna have to leave that for next time. And I guess then load the backup with Gnosis, just to check in if anything happens with a Panopticon ending, but we won't be able to have that in the epilogues menu, unfortunately. But I believe everything else is fine. I did have some, saves saved to test some things that I can't really remember right off the top of my head, and I might do that, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna do too much. I feel like once we've done this, I'm probably happy with this, and we'll start going for the complete polar opposite, where everyone is lovely and amazing, and we'll see, because, then it's not gonna be perfect harmony anyway, I don't think. I guess we'll see. It's gonna definitely be interesting to see Lutra, because Lutra we have not even seen in the other polarities, so we don't know at all what that's gonna be like. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Final ending next time. Well, final for this phase. Join me then. Bye-bye!